Baby in the building, man.
Hey.
CLM, City Life Movement.
Yes, sir.
So
Yes,
look,
sir.
So first of all, baby boy, where did you grow up at, man? Where was you born and raised at?
Born and raised, San Francisco, California.
Mm-hmm.
You know, over there, Mission District, Army Street.
Mm-hmm. Okay, definitely, man. So like, when did you move into Army Street?
I was born on Army Street on 26 in Valencia, St. Luke's Hospital. That's where it all started at, yeah. St. Luke's Hospital, and moms walked me down there to them projects on Folsom, Army Street. That's where it all started in '83.
For sure, man. So what was it like growing up over there in the Army Street projects, man?
Army Street, I really wasn't there too long. Moms wanted to get us out of there. So by 6 years old, we had to move from Army Street. But just the memories that I have of Army Street is chaos. You know what I mean? A lot of chaos and hustling. You know, it's the '80s. It's the '80s in San Francisco, so it's a lot of everything going on.
Definitely, man. So where did y'all move when y'all had left Army Street?
When we left Army, we came right over here to where we close to right now on Griffin Street, right next to Candlestick Park. Mind you, this like 80, 88, 89, G. So the Niners is winning.
Right.
You feel me? Like, it's turned up over here. So we moved from Army to right here on Griffith Street, Jamestown. Shout out to the Point. You already know, like, that's my second home to where I moved to right after Army.
Right. And how long did you stay there?
I wasn't there long. Like, you know, like how they say Papa was a Rolling Stone. I had to, you know, we moved wherever Pops went, wherever Moms went. So I moved around a lot in the Bay Area. After Jamestown, Griffith Street, I was in Daly City, South City. Shout out to South City. I was in South City, North Carolina, Oakland. I done been a few places. To where that's why motherfuckers say Bay Boy. You feel me? I done been in a couple different places.
Okay, definitely, man. So what schools were you going to? Like, where did you go to school at? Like elementary school?
You already know the first school that I had a remembrance of is Leonard R. Flynn. That's right there on Army Street. I remember coming out, you know, I'm probably 5, 6 years old. And, you know, it was rough in Army Street to where you might see a body, you might see some, you know, you might see some crazy shit. But Leonard R. Flynn was my first remembrance of school, right across the street from the hood and on Army Street. But I went to Bret Hart right here by Double Rock. I don't know what the school was called, but it was on Silver. What's the school on Silver by
Hillcrest, not Hillcrest.
It's on Silver. It's an elementary school. It's still there too. I think they made it like a high school or something. But I went right there. Man, after that I was, you know, we moved to Squareville, South City, Daly City, Spruce Elementary, Parkway. Shout out to Parkway. I had a lot of fun at Parkway, South City.
Okay, is that junior high school?
That's a middle school, yeah.
Okay, definitely.
That's the middle school in South City, where I got a lot of my game from too. South City, they think it's all square, but it ain't.
Is that where you graduated from? You graduated from middle school at?
I ended up graduating from middle school. That's a long story, G. I ended up graduating from middle school in probably West Oakland. Like, basically every year I was somewhere different.
Right.
Like, every year he there. He in North Carolina. I didn't move to so many different places to where, you know, I could have adapted in any weather. That's how I feel about it.
So you did a lot of moving around.
Yeah, I was moving every year. I wasn't stagnant.
Right. Definitely, man. So, where did you actually start high school at? Was it in Oakland or
High school was the first place I really got to calm down in Oakland. Oakland High. Shout out to the Wildcats. You feel me? Oakland High Wildcats. Ninth grade year, I started in Oakland High. Murder Dubs, Funktown. Like, I was living right there on 2-6 in Foothill. It's crazy because I'm from 2-6 on Army, right? And then I moved to 2-6 in East Oakland.
Oh, okay. All right.
So I don't know how that worked out, but yeah. I was in the Murders, you feel me? Murder Dubs. When I got there, it was called the Rolling 20s. 1997 or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, high school, that was that. Oakland High. Man, they know what it is over there.
So what was the transition like moving from this side of the Bay Bridge to over there to Oakland? I mean, was it different?
I mean, you realize when you get there that you're different.
Right.
And that's no disrespect. That's no, you know what I'm saying? With all due respect, all that type of shit. Like, I come from somewhere else. Like I just said, I've been moving around already. So when I get to Oakland, it's on. It's a whole different ball game to where you get to see how Oakland is for real. You hear a lot of stories about Oakland, but when you're in the middle of it, it's a different ball game. And they show me love. Like, I ain't, you know what I'm saying? I ain't acting like I was, it was love when I got there. Just because I'm from a different city.
Right.
So they put me up on their game. And you got to remember, I'm 14 at this time. 14, 15 at this time. So starting off at Oakland High was a different experience for me. And I was definitely letting them know I'm from Frisco. Like, I ain't from... They knew it. You know how that shit go.
Right.
Brett not from here.
So, like, coming into high school, 14 in Oakland, did you have any problems with them dudes out there in Oakland, or was it just all love out there, man?
I mean, you had your little fights. You had your little tussles or whatever, but I ain't never really... Like I said, it was mostly love just because the politics out there is way different. Like, I'm from Frisco. I'm not really a threat to what's going on around me. And I'm a kid, too, at the time. I'm figuring it out, G. I'm trying to hustle. You feel me? I'm figuring out the Oakland game, too. I'm having fun, really, basically. I ain't had to look for no problems. I was playing basketball, taking niggas' lunch money, shit like that.
Okay.
Like, I was hooping type
so you
shit.
was on the hoop team out there?
I wasn't on the hoop team. Shout out to Mike and Mo. Mike and Mo, I love y'all. If anybody, if you know about Oakland High, 1997, 98, that's what we did. We played basketball. I didn't play for the team because I felt like I was from San Francisco. And I didn't want to play for Oakland. Being young, young and dumb. But our team could have been better. And them niggas know that. If I would have played for the team, I didn't play for the team. I was outside trying to hustle. So, but I definitely was hooping at every park. At every park in Oakland.
Okay, definitely, man. So, what was the hustling game like? I mean, what did you start off at, like over there on East 14th? Or what was you at hustling in Oakland?
The hustle started for me right there on 26th, 27th, Foothill, over there in the Murder Dubs.
Right.
Like, we broke. I took my allowance. And I made $50 and then turned it into $100. And it went from there. Got into some trouble. You learning. But yeah, that's basically East Oakland is where it started at as far as my hustle. Cause I couldn't hustle in the, you know how you from a hood to where ain't nobody, and even in Army Street, I was never there as a kid, so they're not gonna let you hustle over there.
Right.
They like, we know your parents and shit. And I was, too young to even hustle anyway. But once I got to East Oakland, it was turned. Like, it went up right there on Foothill. And all my niggas know, whoever over there 2-8, shout out to 2-5, 23rd. Like, the Murder Dubs was real for me.
Mm-hmm. Definitely, man. I'm pretty sure you seen like a lot of crazy shit out there in East Oakland, man. Back in them days, man.
Man.